Hello everybody and welcome back to FIFA 23, where today we're taking on Crystal Palace, who are bottom of the Premier League. And I feel like that the 1-1 draw with Wolves is going to put us in good stead for a couple of games now. Well, hopefully we can go and beat Crystal Palace. So we're going to dive into it. We're going to go with the same team, same lineup. We've got Palhinha and Berge dropping back as holding midfielders now. Wilson is going to start on the right over Dan James in this one. Mitrovic up front, Martial on the left. And I'm sort of thinking, don't be silly. If we get a lead, which I'm assuming is going to be quite a rare opportunity anyway, but if we get a lead, then we could drop back into maybe a 3 at the back formation and see how that works. We've got Duffy on the bench, who is a very tall defender, so lots of opportunities for us. But let's dive into the game. Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Selhurst Park for Crystal Palace versus Fulham in the Premier League today. And the home team struggling, 0 points from 2 games with Crystal Palace, and their London rivals in Fulham not doing much better either. 1 point from 3 games for Fulham, picking up a 1-1 draw away at Wolverhampton, well, at home at Wolverhampton Wanderers, sorry. But it's an unchanged lineup from Marco Silva for the team in white from Putney, which is West London, I think it is. Anyway, that's my lack of London geography coming to the forefront. But yes, Anthony Martial scored his first goal for the club. That child's head is far too big for its body. But Crystal Palace should be an interesting lineup today. They've got Guay as captain, Guaita there in goal. We'll go through the teams in full now though. Crystal Palace lineup in a 4-3-3. Guaita, Mendes, Anderson, Guay and Ferguson at the back. Elise, Doucouré and Will Hughes across the midfield 3. Ayew, Mateta and Wilfried Zaha, their star man, line up in the forward 3 of that. Elise and Will Hughes going to have a lot of work on their hands today. And Abrizia Eze starts on the bench. Fulham line up in a 4-2-3-1. Bernard Leno in goal. Mbabu, Denier, Diop and Kazawa in an unchanged back 4. Berge and Palhinha make up the holding 2. Wilson, Pereira and Martial sit behind Mitrovic, who is looking to be more of a hold-up man. Garnacho, Livramento, Sanson all on the bench, full of new signings, including young wonder kid Youssef Moukoko, signed from Borussia Dortmund for a very small fee for someone of his high potential. We'll see if he gets some game time here for Fulham. But we're just about ready at Selhurst Park. Let's get into this one. And it is Alexander Mitrovic to get us underway for the away team. As there was a marked improvement in the performance from Fulham in the last game against Wolves, as Mitrovic picks this one up. And Babu is coming forward, lays it off out to Wilson. As Wilson just looking to cut back inside, looks to dink this one in. It's headed down. Oh, trying to get it towards Mitrovic. It's a positive start from Fulham though straight away. And here is Elise on the ball. Out to Jordan Ayew. Up towards Mateta. The tall Frenchman going to be looking to get on the ball quite a lot here as he's gone over the top in towards Ayew. It's flipped back from Denier into Bernd Leno, who there was rumours that Fulham may be in the market for a new goalkeeper because there was late interest in Slovenian goalkeeper Rodak, who's on the books at Fulham, but he didn't agree a deal to let him move on as Fulham come again here as Wilson puts it through. It's Alexander Mitrovic. It's 1-0 to Fulham. Alexander Mitrovic opens his account for the season, and that is a wonderfully worked goal from Fulham there. It was Wilson, laid it into Mitrovic, one touch to wrong foot Guaita, and that fires into the roof of the net. It was a lovely, powerful finish. Guita's not going to be able to do anything about that. Lovely move from Mbabu to Wilson to Mitrovic. It's 1-0 Fulham, and the Fulham captain gets the game underway. 1-0 early on. Maybe a bit too early to go to a 3 at the back formation at the moment. Don't really want to be making a sub. But Alexander Mitrovic, the Fulham number 9, opens his account for the season and makes it 1-0 to the away team. Marco Silva will be delighted by that. It's the first time that Fulham have taken the lead in the Premier League this season, as Palhinha with a good bit of recovery there. Berge up towards Martial, who is now the joint top goal scorer for Fulham with 1 with Mitrovic, as Andreas Pereira comes forward. He fancies a shot from range, deflected, and it's gone into the top corner, and it's 2-0 Fulham. And look what a bit of confidence does for the team here. And I've skipped the replay, so let's go and watch that one again because I accidentally skipped it. We'll go and look at a bit of a replay here. And let's just change the camera. It's an absolute rocket of a shot from Andreas Pereira. It really, really is. Let's just get that view again as we're going to spin round behind the ball. He picks it up quite a long way out. And just takes a little touch, brings it out of his feet, gets it onto his favoured right foot, shoots. And it takes a huge deflection off the captain, Mark Guay. It's off his head, nothing he can do about it, and that deflects it past the Guaita in goal. And it's 2-0 Fulham. What a start to this game. This has been unbelievable for the team from Putney, and very, very happy with that. And a little bit of knowledge for you, a little bit of general knowledge, like fact-finding. I've been to Putney because my brother used to live there, and I used to walk past Craven Cottage quite often. Lovely stadium. Very, very close to Chelsea. As we're nearly close to giving that away. Denea into Mbabu. Enough about my life general knowledge. Let's get back to the game. That's a good tackle. Mateta picks this one up. Shot from distance. Oh, he's hit the top of the bar. Very close for Jean-Philippe Mateta. And Bernd Leno was beaten. All ends up there. It's a rising effort. I mean, you can argue... Well, I don't think Leno did have that covered. But it remains 2-0 to Fulham. And that is the most important thing in this game at the moment. Kurzawa on the ball. Just puts it infield to Paulina. Paulina goes up towards Andreas Pereira, who's getting involved early on in this game quite a lot. Martial flicks over to Kurzawa. Kurzawa has got options in the middle. One of them is towards Mitrovic, who's beaten in the air. A good header away. And a lovely touch there from Elise to give it into Will Hughes. Ferguson. He plays it up towards the danger man Saha, who is the man we're going to have to keep quiet. Ferguson's gone on a really good overlap here, and then Babu's been caught out of position slightly. And Babu dives in. Ferguson gets round. It's going to fall to Hughes. Is it going to fall to Hughes? Yes, it is going to fall to Hughes. Out to Wilfried Zaha. Little trickster, but Babu just does a really good job defensive there. Mitrovic up towards Martial. A little step over, trying to create something. Kurzawa gets a foot on the ball to keep it moving, but Berge can't make that final pass. And Jordan Ayew brings it away for Crystal Palace. Ball down the line in towards Mateta. Just trying to be held up by Denea. Does really well. Sends it out for a corner just before half-time. And it is currently 2-0 Fulham here at Selhurst Park. The home team really struggling this year as Elise creates a bit of space. Can he put a cross in? He finds Wilfried Zaha. Tries to think about Hughes on the half volley. Fires it past the post. And it's another goal kick for Fulham, who are more than happy just to keep the ball. An early lead. 2 goals in the first half for Fulham. An unprecedented change in fortunes here for Fulham, and what a performance in that first half. It's been absolutely incredible, and we've kept that man quiet. So no changes at half time for either team, it looks like, as Fulham don't change formation just yet, as they do have a 2-0 lead and are playing very, very well, as Ayew is caught by Kurzawa, but it is only a throw-in. Doucouré takes over up towards Ayew again, and they're trying to just feed this one through. Elise knocks it off to the Ghanaian and gets it back, and someone's got to mark up in the middle as Elise's on the ball, fires it across. Diving header, not known for his heading, but that's a lovely goal, and it is 2-1. Crystal Palace coming out of the blocks very quick indeed as Zaha goes to celebrate with Patrick Vieira, and that's hugs all round for the Ivorian. Crystal Palace got a rocket up them at half-time and have come out absolutely firing. Elise did really well just to hold this one up, well, fired it across, and Zaha, I mean, you can question Leno's positioning there, but Babu didn't cover Zaha, and that is 2-1. And is that going to make it a little bit uncomfortable now for Fulham? Although Paulina has got caught on the ball, they could be making it uncomfortable for themselves, because here come Crystal Palace again. It's Ayew into the box, a shot, and that one straight at Leno, touches it past the post. 55 minutes gone, and Crystal Palace make their first substitution with Jordan Ayew coming off. And I'm going to assume it's a Bodicha Eze that's come on for him, but I may be wrong. Will Hughes on the edge of the box tries to keep this one alive. Mateta into Anderson, the centre-back, with a long-range shot. Not really testing Leno too much there. An easy save for the German goalkeeper, as Mbabu now has the ball. He finds Sander Berge. He goes a long field cross ball. Lovely ball towards Kurzawa. In it goes to Mitrovic, flicks it on. It's Wilson. He's got it on one more. It's Mbabu. Mbabu shoots, and it's 3-1 Fulham. A really well-worked move from Marco Silva's men. They had the overload on the side. That switch of play from Sander Berge was huge. And Mitrovic into Wilson. He could have shot, but laid it off. Saw the right back in the better position. And that is 3-1 Fulham. And just when Palace think they're getting back into it, a lovely layoff, and Kevin Mbabu fires across the goalkeeper. It's a lovely finish. It's 3-1 Fulham. Straight after that goal, substitution for both teams. Mateta off, Edouard on to replace him. I've got a feeling there was another sub I missed there for Crystal Palace as well. And Harry Wilson, who got the assist, off to be replaced by Shane Duffy. And it looks like Fulham are going for a 3 at the back formation, make themselves a little bit more solid, try and keep the ball. But it does mean that we get to see Mitrovic and Martial in a strike partnership as Martinelli has come on for, for Crystal Palace, which is not something I expected to say. I assume they must have bought him from Arsenal. I can't imagine Arsenal have loaned him out. As Eduardo picks up the ball here, Decore knocks it through to Martinelli, but he's offside. And it was Eze on for Elise as well. So hold up here. A good line there from Fulham. Martinelli just goes a little bit too early. And that means the score stays at 3-1. And we'll have a free kick deep in our own territory, of which we're not going to mess around with Diop. He's going to put it long, looking up towards Andreas Pereira. Flicks it back to Martial. Sander Berge. Out it goes. Can Fulham make this 3 at the back formation work? And Babu onto Martial. It's on to Pereira. Pereira goes for the dink. Oh, it's off the line. It was a lovely bit of invention there from the Brazilian Pereira. But a really good bit of defensive play as Eze looks to bring this one away. And he's got the pace of Martinelli, who could be in behind. Martinelli is trying to get there. Diop does hold him up slightly. It's dinked across and Duffy puts his body in the way. As what an effort from Andreas Pereira. And what a save as well. As Wilfried Zaha stands over the corner. And actually we will get that change done in a minute. We'll just let this corner play out. As Zaha swings it into the box. Mitrovic heads it away. Only to the edge though as Martial takes over. Can't do much with it. And it's knocked away. And here is Alexandra Mitrovic. Tries to just keep the ball a little bit. Paulinho just takes this thing out of the game. And does a really good job there. Diop into Berge. Flicks it over to Denier, playing on the right-hand side of a back 3 now. And Babu. Back to Denier again. Up it goes to Paulinho. Paulinho just couldn't fit that ball through. Decore takes over. We're going to try and keep a little bit of a press high up here. And it's worked as Mitrovic wins the ball back high up the pitch. His poor touch sort of let him down. But Paulinho into Pereira. Pereira tries to get it through. Keeps the ball alive. Can just take his time and go back because we are ticking down time. And this could be a 3-1 Fulham win. That's a lovely ball out from Duffy there to Kazawa. Kazawa just trying to create a bit of space. See what he can do here. Lovely turn. Can he put the cross in? It's a late corner for Fulham. And they will take their time with this one as Mendes comes off to be replaced by Joel Ward. So they're bringing on an experienced right back for some reason when they're down a goal. But Pereira swings this one in towards Mitrovic at the near post. Kazawa keeps it alive. It's flicked on by Martial, but he couldn't quite get enough on it to beat the keeper. And Decore brings it away. Referee blows his whistle. 3-1 Fulham. Come on. 3 points on the board. 4 points in total. And that is a superb performance from Fulham. And the 3 at the back, I know we only had it for a couple of minutes, but that felt good. And these 3-minute halves feel great. They're so intense. You've got to stay on your toes. I'm absolutely loving it. Kevin Mbabu, 1 shot, 1 goal. And his first goal for Fulham. And Mitrovic opened his account as well. Lovely stuff all round. So into the post-match interview we go. Sanson didn't come off the bench today. I'm not too worried about that. I want him to settle in. I think that's all right. He's content with morale. There's going to be plenty of games coming up. Lots of games. Livramento also didn't make his debut. But, you know, you're not going to... we're not going to rush these players in. The team performed well. Got a 3-1 win. I think that shows that we got the selection right. Every single one of the lads was committed to their job. Lovely, lovely stuff. So the next game then is a home game to Tottenham Hotspur. 7 points on the board for them, so we're not far off them. 3 points behind them, so it could be an interesting game. I'm wondering if we start 3 at the back. I'm going to have a think about it, see what everyone's fitness is like. But let me know down below, people you want me to scout before the January transfer window, because I'm all in for having a bit of fun on this save and seeing who we can buy. So try and keep it I'm not going to go and buy Mbappe, but let me know who you want to scout down below, and I'll go and have a look for you. Hello everybody, and as the sun is setting over Craven Cottage, it's the Spurs who are welcomed to West London. Another London derby. There seems to be loads of them this season. But yeah, an unchanged lineup announced for Fulham. When the team sheets came through, there was rumours that the 3 at the back may be the starting formation for this one. But Antonio Conte is the team that have gone, or the manager that's gone for 3 at the back, and a very attacking lineup when you look at this Spurs team. Richarlison, Harry Kane, Riyad Mahrez up there as well. It should be a very interesting game, that one. All the focus on Richarlison, recently signed from Watford, where Marco Silva used to previously manage as well. Alexander Mitrovic opened his account for Fulham in the last game, as did Antonio Pereira. And can Fulham counter on those 3 points they got last time? Keep that momentum going. It is an unchanged lineup, so still Sanson and Livramento and Moukoko as new signings all await their debuts. But Marco Silva will be hoping that Harry Wilson and Anthony Martial and Andreas Pereira can provide opportunities for Alexander Mitrovic in this one. A completely unchanged squad for Fulham. When we look at the Tottenham lineup then, Spurs are going with Hugo Lloris in goal in a 5-2-3-1. Royal, Davies, Romero, Sanchez and Perisic at the back. In the two in midfield is Bentancur and Højbjerg, and then that front three we mentioned before, Mahrez, Kane and Richarlison. Big names on the bench, Kulusevski, Fraser Forster, Yves Bissouma and Lucas Moura. Lenglet on the bench as well. So plenty of options for the Italian Antonio Conte. Both teams ready for this one. Let's get into it. So the home team get us underway. Alexander Mitrovic kicks the game off to a very raucous Craven Cottage, and it's going to be very interesting to see how Tottenham play in this one. Obviously Fulham on a good bounce here after the win, a good 3-1 win against the bottom team Crystal Palace. A lot of their fans were saying they were expecting to win that one, as Denier goes for a lovely crossfield pass to pick out Kurzawa. As you can see, just Fulham happy to have a little bit of possession right now, waiting for the opportunities, and Babu picks up the ball now. He's going to swing in an early cross looking towards Mitrovic. It's headed away, and Andreas Pereira can't keep that one alive, but Mbabu recovers very well from his more attacking position. Denayer into Berge. Berge tries to flick it around the corner, but was a little bit off balance there. Gives an easy pass for Richarlison to pick up. And you can see here Spurs trying to get their passing football going, and straight away they're in with Mahrez. It's that one little crossfield pass. He's hit the post. Kane on the rebound. And Harry Kane with a poacher's goal. And that one crossfield pass there is what made the difference. That ball out to Mahrez was absolutely insane from Richarlison. Right-footed effort off the inside of the post, and Harry Kane's there to fire home 1-0 to Spurs early on in this one, and that is not what Fulham would have wanted, coming off such a high from the 3-1 win against Crystal Palace. And they know they're in for much more of a battle with this one. Palhinha out to Denayer. Denayer up to Mbabu. Mbabu can find Harry Wilson. His first touch of the game has taken a while, nearly 20 minutes. Berge. Up it goes into Mitrovic. Mitrovic into Martial. Martial tries to bend one. Great save from Hugo Lloris. That Martial with a fantastic effort, and Fulham showing that they can keep this passing and moving football going under Marco Silva. They are playing some nice stuff. Right, here is Andreas Pereira with the set piece. What can he do here? Looks to swing it in towards that sort of near post area. Mitrovic heads it up in the air. It's headed down. Can Diop do anything with it? No, he can't. It's cleared away by Rodrigo Bentancur. And Mbabu, Denayer, sorry, with a good header there. Palhinha up towards Mitrovic. Mitrovic back heel looking for Anthony Martial to give it back to the Frenchman, but couldn't quite make that work. Harry Kane. Harry Kane coming forward up towards Richarlison. I've got a feeling we're going to have to play with a bit of a deeper line here. That front three of Spurs is causing us some issues with their pace. Emerson Royal back heel. In it goes towards Bentancur. Bentancur tackled really well. Good standing up at the back there by Sander Berge. Martial can just keep this one alive for now. Wilson, Mbabu, who loves to get forward after scoring his first goal for the club. And it's a lovely flowing sort of counter-attack here. Kurzawa tries to put it in. Martial can turn. Oh, it's really good defending from Romero to get back and cut that out just before the Frenchman had his shot. And Spurs showing they can be got at. But at the moment, they are 1-0 up. So they won't worry until we get a goal. Richarlison going for that dink over the top, but luckily Diop read it well. And now it goes to Mbabu again, who does have a lot of attacking impetus in this team. And Mbabu puts it through to Wilson. Wilson. Out it goes to Pereira. Knocks it off to Sander Berge. Back to Pereira. Pereira's in on goal. Hugo Lloris with another fantastic save. He is keeping Spurs in this one. Him and Romero at the moment are the key players for Spurs. Mahrez running into a bit of a cul-de-sac. Does manage to get the ball up towards Harry Kane though. Richarlison comes forward with it. Puts the ball through. But Denayer covers that one and goes back to Leno as we approach half-time. Yeah, Fulham aren't out of this one. Mitrovic. Out he goes towards Martial. Just trying to hold it up. Just a little bit too slow on the ball. Romero. Half-time there at Craven Cottage. 1-0 But Fulham have looked dangerous as that half went on. And that is what we need to remember this one. It's not been easy sailing for Hugo Lloris. So into the second half, there are no changes for Fulham. No change of shape, no change of personnel. And it looks like it's the same for Spurs as well, as Harry Kane gives that away. A flying tackle there from, I think it was Bentasur, putting that one in as Perisic just gets around the tackle of Mbabu. We're going to see fitness come into play here for Fulham as well. This team obviously playing a lot of football. That is a terrible shot from... it must have been Højbjerg or someone on his weak foot, that one. But Leno just throws it out towards Mbabu. Wilson up towards Pereira. Knocks it out to Paulinho. So Martial now on the ball. Anthony Martial lays that one back towards Paulinho again. Up it goes towards Andreas Pereira. Infield to Mitrovic. Lovely touch through. Wilson's in on his strong left foot. But again, Hugo Lloris with a fantastic save. A last-ditch save from the Frenchman. And our Spurs going to come away with a result purely down to Hugo Lloris's superb goalkeeping abilities in this game, as we could be in a bit of trouble there. Højbjerg with a nice touch to bring that one down. That's a lovely little leave there. As Harry Kane's in, he shoots, and Leno positions himself well. An hour gone. Is Marco Silva going to roll the dice anytime soon? Wilson. Up it goes towards Berge. Mitrovic flicks it on to Mbabu, who's kept his run going. Mbabu tries to feed that one through. Perisic cuts it out well. Harry Kane on it again. Richarlison is held up. There's that crossfield pass. Picking out Riyad Mahrez. Those two on a good wavelength. Into Harry Kane. He's not going to miss that. It's 2-0 to Spurs. And they've been... It's against the run of play, I feel. It's against the run of play. But Harry Kane on the end of a Mahrez pass. It's that crossfield ball again. Just pulling the defence across. Denayer came over. Mahrez slips in, and Harry Kane isn't going to miss that one. 2-0 Spurs. And that has forced Marco Silva into some changes now. Berge off. Sanson on. Mbabu off. Livramento on. And Tolia Adarabioyo comes on at the back. And it looks like a change of shape to a 5 or 3 at the back formation. And we know this saw out the game against Crystal Palace in the last one. But can it make a difference in terms of getting chances for the front two of Anthony Martial and Alexander Mitrovic? Well, it won't with a pass like that from Andreas Pereira, to be honest. Perisic into Richarlison. Up it goes towards Højbjerg. Tries to put it through. Denayer read that one really well. Here is Andreas Pereira. Finds Mitrovic. Lays this one back. Sanson into the action straight away. Pereira has got Martial in space. It's not the best pass. And Martial's offside. So Ibrahim Sangare comes on to replace Ben Davies at the back. And it looks like Fulham preparing a change. Alexander Mitrovic being taken off. And Youssef Moukoko coming on for his debut. Introduced in front of the home fans. The youngster from Borussia Dortmund signed with high expectations on his potential. 14 minutes for him to make a difference as the ball goes long. It's one at the back there, but it's not Martial not able to pick the ball up, as Livramento a bit slow to react to that one. Højbjerg in a bit of space on the left-hand side. Richarlison driving into the gap, and no one can keep up with him, and Adarabioyo puts in a really good defensive touch there, as here is Youssef Moukoko. Lays that one off towards Sanson, who's just waiting for a few options. Time running out for Fulham, but they're still taking their time and getting used to how Marco Silva wants them to play. Moukoko picks it up, tried to lay that one as a little pass to Pereira, who was caught on his toes. Sanson then gives it away. Keeps it alive though. Livramento. Paulinho. Sanson on the ball now. Pereira flicks it off, and again it's not a good pass. Paulinho's there again. Moukoko into Martial. Back to Moukoko. Oh, the youngster just couldn't get on the end of that. Livramento keeps it alive. Sanson. Moukoko again, lays it off. Lots of space for Livramento. Tries to put the cross in, and it's not got enough on it. It's sustained pressure from Fulham, but no real chances. It finishes 2-0 Tottenham. And I feel like we can be slightly aggrieved by that result. Hugo Lloris has made some absolutely incredible saves there in that game. And that is really irritating. It's only given him one highlight, but he made some incredible saves. So into the press conference we go. We've got the chance to see Sanson in action for the first time as a Fulham player today when you bought him on as a sub. I wanted him ready to do the job. I don't think he was ready to start. I wanted to see how he fit in. And I think he did a decent job. He kept possession high up the pitch, put some good passes in. Livramento, we're going to say exactly the same thing for that one as well. He'll get a bit of a boost in morale. But yeah, Mbabu and Livramento I'm quite happy about on that right-hand side as options at right back. Let's go. We have to learn from our setbacks. I don't think we were expected to beat Spurs.
Thanks very much.
So I'm more than happy to take the loss. Come away with lessons learned. I felt comfortable with the 3 at the back again. Definitely going to use that against stronger teams, I think. But Harry Kane with 2 goals. Next up, Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. And carrying on with tradition, I'll do that off camera. And we'll be back for, well, the next game after that. I'm not too sure what else we have. It's Liverpool away in the league at Anfield. That is going to be a very, very tough game. So in the next episode will be Liverpool away and then Bournemouth at home. So very tough and then an easier game there. But yeah, let's come back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below who you want me to scout for the January transfer window. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.